Hi, my name is Trina Myers, and I've been in HR for a little over 30 years and about 18 plus years in ministry. I currently work for a ministry called Kingdom One, and our hope and desire is to help churches become courageous, healthy, and effective. And one way that we can do that is to come alongside a church in seasons where new laws take effect or things come out and you're not quite sure how they impact your ministry. We're there to assist. Today, we're going to go over one of the newer laws that affects ministries called AB506. AB506 is for youth service organizations, and it's for child abuse and neglect prevention, and it went into effect January 1st of 2022. This new law set requirements for youth-serving organizations. Churches are classified as youth service organizations because we have ministries that are youth-facing. Under this bill, there are three major components. There's a screening component, there's a training component, and then there's a policy component. So what are these requirements for our ministries? All administrators, employees, and volunteers must complete a background check. Anyone with a history of child abuse is excluded from working or volunteering in a youth service organization. The minimum requirement for ministries is to conduct the fingerprint background check through the California Department of Justice. It is important to note that this check is limited to criminal convictions in the state of California only. The law also requires organizations to disclose to parents if they employ or allow someone to volunteer with the following offenses in their background: sexual assault, public indecency, abandonment and neglect of a child, unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor, child endangerment, or inflicting punishment on a child. Parents must receive the notification at least 10 days before the individual begins their duties. As mentioned earlier, AB 506 only requires organizations to run a criminal history search in the state of California. Any convictions that have occurred outside of California will not be identified using this search. Additionally, the required search does not include National Sex Offender Registry or county-level searches. It is always a good practice for organizations to supplement the required live scan with a normal background check and ensure the following are included: multi-state criminal record search, National Sex Offender Registry check, Social Security trace and alias search, and individual county level searches in every county the applicant has lived, worked, or attended school over the last 7 years. The law requires broadly that all administrators, employees, and regular volunteers complete child abuse and neglect identification and training in child abuse and neglect reporting. Regular volunteer in this sense is anyone 18 years of age and volunteers more than 16 hours a month or 32 hours a year. These volunteers must complete child abuse and neglect reporting training. Many are calling this training AB 506 training. This can be met by completing any abuse prevention course that meets the state's broad requirements, namely that it includes California's reporting requirements and process. So in addition to mandated reporter training under AB 506, it is recommended ministries also cover the following training topics: ministry child protection policies, including the prevention and responding to abuse, maintaining appropriate boundaries with youth, effective monitoring and supervision practices for high-risk activities and for managing youth, how to prevent, recognize, and respond to youth sexual activity and abuse, how to respond to boundary violations and allegations or incidents of abuse. Youth-serving organizations must develop and implement child abuse prevention policies and procedures. which include but are not limited to policies to ensure incidents of suspected child abuse are reported to the appropriate entities. Policies requiring the presence of at least 2 mandated reporters when employees and volunteers are in contact with or supervising children. You should continue to run regular background checks through your current provider because just adhering to AB506 is not enough to protect the youth. In addition, the law allows insurance carriers to seek verification of compliance with these requirements. What that means is insurance carriers that you currently use now can require that you have these 3 things in place before they will insure you for certain insurances on your coverage. Click the link below for more information or resources to help your ministry.